Hello, everyone. This is Ron, and I'm back to you today with my series. I kind of changed the name a little bit to brands to sell on eBay. I just figured it would be easier, and so on and so forth. So, with that being said, because a lot of people are asking me silly questions, and I figured this better describes it. But with that being said, we're going to get into today's clothing brand, which is St. John. And we're not talking about that crappy junk you find at JCPenney, St. John's Bay. We're talking about St. John. That's it. So it's a women's clothing line. And it was founded in the mid-60s by Marie St. John and her husband, Robert Gray. Explains why brand name is St. John, and it also why you sometimes see like collection by Marie Gray. That's her married name. They're mainly known for their Santana knit, which is a wool and rayon blend, and it basically does not wrinkle. I mean, you could throw that thing in a ball and have it in a corner and come out, doesn't wrinkle or anything. And that's what they're really known for. Their jackets are kind of like Chanel inspired jackets, like gold buttons and a bunch of different things. They do very well. It's kind of more, I mean, for me, I'm not a woman, I don't wear their clothing, but it kind of comes off as like a businesswoman, older businesswoman's clothing line. Very expensive, brand new. The sales on these are getting harder as it seems like they've lost their value. They're not as high as not as desirable as they used to be, but it still holds a very strong value if you can get it into it at the right price. I remember 4 or 5 years ago when we getting into this, when we'd come into a brand, we would get a lot better money than we do today. It just depends on the piece. And, you know, they've had a bunch of different people as their spokesmen. I thought it was kind of funny that they had supermodel Jasmine Bunchen, the lady that married Tom Brady. But, yeah, she was in their face for a while, and then they had Andrea Jolie, which I thought was an odd one. Then British supermodel magician Karen Elson, which I'm not really even sure who she is. And then of late, Kate Winslet, which probably fits more. So with that being said, we're going to check out their website and get an idea of what they have. Screen share here. All right. Went to their website, and I was just curious. I've never been to their website before. So I was looking, check out jackets, and we'll go to Blazers because they're the ones I commonly find when I do come across them. And you see right here, some of these prices are $1,600 new, $1,300, you know, $23 right there. So, I mean, these sell for some outrageously high prices. Curious on what a leather jacket costs. I mean, you're looking at leather jackets here, $2,000 to $3,000. Dresses, $1,200, $1,300. I mean, these look a little cuter, some of these dresses. Not too bad. Blouses. I have a few pieces that I've been sitting for a while. Like we have a new with tags blouse, silk blouse, and it's been sitting for a while. But yeah, we'll get out of there and we'll go to the eBay where we buy and sell this stuff, or where we sell this stuff. You see right here, I went under, and this is under suits and blazers. and you kind of just get an idea of some of the prices that they get. And they have a few different lines. And St. John's Sport is kind of their bottom line. That's kind of like their entry level line. And I have not come across too many pieces. I've come across a few. And then you kind of got St. John Knit, which you'll sometimes on the label just say SJK. But you know St. John from their material, and if you've ever sold one, if you ever come across one, you know what I mean by that Santana knit. It's a woolen rayon blend. In St. John's Evening, it's kind of more evening wear, kind of where you'd wear out to like a cocktail party, dresses, that kind of thing. And then they have St. John Collection, which is their straightforward line that you commonly will see. And then they have St. John Couture, which I believe is their top one. I've sold a few of these. I've sold a set for like $375. I don't usually find them in sets though. I'll find the blazer, and then I'll find a dress here and there. I don't really look though through women's clothes anywhere near what I used to. But I mean, you get some idea of prices here, and probably get an idea of the tag here somewhere, just to show you. Yeah, St. John's Collection right here. Most of them are made in USA, but a lot of the newer ones I've seen over the time, like most companies, they've switched to making their stuff in China. But you see some of the prices, and you're gonna get prices all over the board. As you can skip through here a little bit. You see, the blazers are still commanding pretty decent money. And you can see they have accents. A lot of them, they'll have gold buttons, big buttons here. They're gold buttons. Sometimes other things like beads or so on and so forth. But that's how half the time I find them. I'll walk just down the women's aisle, and I'll look for anything with gold buttons or some type of thing like that. And then here are their jackets. I've found, I don't think I've ever found any of their, well, these are more blazers and suits. I guess that wouldn't be jackets really, no. I guess some people are just having a hard time trying to figure out where to list this stuff, but they're not really jackets. These are more blazers. Like that would be considered a jacket, I guess, that one, but maybe. But you get an idea of the prices, though. That's the main thing. Where you want to list it, we'll leave that up to you. But you see these buttons, they're kind of old woman's wear, I would say. Something you would see a judge, or maybe you'd see like Hillary Clinton wear. Jump over here. Here we go in the sweaters. And once again, you're kind of getting into people throwing just stuff that don't belong in certain categories. But hey, they sold it for a good price, so it be what it be. But some decent looking pieces. We sold a piece not too long ago. We only had it a few days. It was a nice bright red jacket, and sold pretty quick. Look at that, some dresses here. As you can see, that thing is ugly as hell. But that's another one. There's some funky. I guess you got to be really look like very sparkly ones there and stuff like that. That thing, cow. But just to give you an idea of what they go for, I mean, you want to watch what pieces you get into. Some of the older labels, this is a newer label right here, the black Main China. But some of the older labels you really kind of want to watch out for, because they don't bring the kind of money. Let's see if we can find a vintage label, just to give you an idea. this one looks like, well, that's not so vintage. That's not what I wanted to show you. Should probably come a little bit better prepared. But when you see the label, if you've seen older labels in the past, you'll kind of get an idea of what the label looks like. But with that being said, you know, not to be confused with that St. John's Bay BS. You know, you want to look for St. John's wear, and it sells very well. You can get it at the right price. You can make very good money on it, and that's the thing. A lot of places do know the value of it, so you want to be careful what you spend out front. But I'll see you later. I hope this was a good one. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy it. But you know, first women's wear line we've done in the series. So we'll see you later. Have a good day. Oh, also, there'll be no Pickers Church this Sunday as I have my anniversary Sunday with my wife. So it's a 5-year anniversary. Right, Cuckoo?
Yes.
See, so now you can see the wife won. I had to shave. So
5 years.
see you later. Have a good day. Yes, 5 years.